for sure. And now everything seems to be kind of opening up and blossoming, and in true fashion of springtime, we are blooming and opening again. So welcome to another edition of Smoothie Saturday. Welcome to another part of my kitchen. And we will get started here in just a moment. So we are making a pear and blueberry smoothie. And it's the first Saturday in May, which means there's all sorts of stuff to celebrate. Cinco de Mayo is right around the corner. Hey, hey. Thank you for joining me for Smoothie Saturday. I've got to go grab some frozen blueberries out of the freezer, and then I will be right back. Well, hello, Mom. Thank you for joining me. If you have a pear, if you saw the post earlier and you've got the ingredients to join along with me in making this smoothie, go ahead and grab all of your things if you don't have everything ready already. I've got everything set up behind me. And like I said, I've got one more ingredient to grab, frozen blueberries, and we will get right to this. Going to grab the blues. All right. Can't have a blueberry pear smoothie without the blueberries and the pears right there. All right. So new apron this week. Like I said, new apron every week. If you've got a special apron, or if you've got an apron with your logo that you want to feature on the Health Hostess Happy Hour Saturday, Smoothie Saturday, send me a little private message, and we can coordinate delivery, pickup, and I will be more than happy to rep you and your business or whatever. You know, if you've got a funky little apron and you want to send it my way, message me, all right? I'm gonna step in front of my table and let you see the beautiful personalized apron that Mama Bear, of course, got us. Oh, hi, babies. My niece and nephew are watching at home. They got us for Christmas, all right? Everybody's got their own personalized aprons. I love it, because just in case I don't remember who I am, right? So here we go. I got my apron on, and let's get started. Okay, so I want to show you just a few things. If you're following over on Instagram, I'll just kind of keep you informed as far as the information I'm putting up over on Facebook. But as I broadcast on Facebook, I can put up these different infographics and stuff on the different ingredients that we're about to use. So, and if you're not already a member of the Moves with Maria Facebook virtual wellness studio, head on over to Facebook, join our group. It's $5 a month, and I would love to see you there. All right. So over here, I'm going to put up, we are making a blueberry pear smoothie. So we need to know about our blueberries, right? We want to know the nutritional value, the nutritional content, and whatever we put into our bodies. So we're going to be using about a cup of blueberries. All right. I don't really like to measure. It's just more dishes to do. And so I just kind of do handfuls and pour, and, you know, just do whatever looks good and feels good to me at the time. So blueberries, for a cup of blueberries, you're getting 84 calories, 1 gram of protein, 21 grams of carbs, 3.6 grams of fiber, and a half a gram of fat. All right. So most of those carbs, some of those carbs are fiber. Some of those carbs are sugars. All right. So that's one thing you got to be mindful of when you're doing a smoothie. Think about what you're eating for the rest of the day. All right. Don't OD on carbs, because carbs and sugar are still present, even though they are more nutrient dense in fruits and veggies. Okay. So we've got our blueberries. We've got pear. We're going to use 1 medium pear. All right. And I've got a green pear, but whatever pear you like, whatever color pear, whatever brand of pear, Bartlett or whatever, use it. Okay, we're using a pear. A medium pear should be about 101 calories, a little bit of protein, almost a gram. You got 27 grams of carbs, but 5.5 of those are fiber. Okay, and we got just a little bit of fat in there. Okay, but again, sugary but fibrous. That's the cool thing about fruits and veggies. Yes, they may be loaded with carbs, but that's okay. You need carbs in your diet. And most of those carbs come from fiber, which also helps keep you regular, helps keep your gut working appropriately. So we've got our pear. And one serving of this smoothie we're about to create is going to be about 197 calories, almost 4 grams of protein in there. And we always have a bonus ingredient, right? So we're going to probably add some more protein in there. We've got fiber, almost 5 grams of fiber, 33 grams of carbs, and 24 grams of sugar. So a little bit of sugar in there, right? But a little sugar never hurt anybody. Everything in moderation. All right, so let's step on back behind the counter, behind the table, and we're gonna get going. All right. First off, obviously, we want to make sure we cut up our pear. Okay, we cut up our pear. Using the magic bullet today. And depending on how big you want it, you know, obviously the magic bullet comes in many different sizes as far as what the container you can use. So we don't want to overtax the magic bullet, obviously. So we don't want to cut up too much fruit or too many ingredients, but we're not going to overload it, okay? We want mainly our ingredients here. We don't want to have too much liquid. We don't want to have too much, too big of chunks. It's just a tiny little magic bullet, right? It's just a little magic bullet. So I'm going to use about half of this pear, which can then alter those nutritional facts that we were just talking about. But just like anything, moderation, right? You don't want to go after this and have some ice cream. Maybe you do, go ahead. But you don't want to go after this and have a big old pizza or something like that. Like, just know what you're putting in your mouth. Be aware. All right, so we've got about, I would say maybe about 3/4 cup of blueberries. All right, half of that medium-sized pear. More if you want it, right? And if you have my smoothie ebook, it does say use some non-dairy yogurt to make this a little bit creamier. Okay, so I do have some non-dairy yogurt here, but no matter what the yogurt is, non-dairy or dairy, there's sugar in yogurt. Okay, so in a serving size for this, it's the Kite Hill plain unsweetened almond milk yogurt. For about 6 ounces, you're getting about 5 carbs and only about 1 gram of sugar. Okay, so it's unsweetened. That's great. Go for the unsweetened. Go for the plain, because as soon as you start to get flavored or fruit added or whatever, you're going to skyrocket through the sugars. Okay, and we've already got enough sugars in our blueberries and the pear that we're about to put in here. So go easy on the yogurt. All right, milk yogurt has more sugar in it than non-milk yogurt. Okay, so if you haven't tried it, if you want to give it a whirl, smoothie pun, if you want to give it a whirl, try this almond milk yogurt. Okay, go for the plain, go for the unsweetened, and put it in a smoothie before you actually try it. Put your own fruit in. You don't need the fruit on the bottom crap. Okay, you don't need that. Put your own fruit in there. Okay, so we are going to add just a little bit of this almond milk yogurt. All right, we want to stir it up a little bit. Yogurt naturally separates. All right, stir it up. And we're just going to put a little dollop in there. All right, but that does not count as our liquid, right? Because as we've discussed in Smoothie Saturdays past, the more frozen fruit you use, you don't have to use ice cubes to water it, which will water down your smoothie. But the more frozen fruit you use, you have to alter the liquid that you use, because that will thicken up. Frozen fruit will thicken up your smoothie, and you want to make sure, again, you don't tax your magic bullet, which we heard last week is probably on its last leg. So we're gonna have to upgrade here soon. But you don't want to tax the machine and the blade spin or whatever, you know. So you want to make sure, yes, we've got a little bit of liquid with that yogurt, but we want to thin that down even more. Okay. I love using mint, all right? There's so many good things about mint and different fresh herbs. So I went and got a fresh pack of mint yesterday, and I'm gonna add a bunch to it. Just mint and blueberries sounds so refreshing to me. And as you all know, looking outside, it's gonna be a pretty hot day, all right? The sun is out, the sun is shining, and the weather is sweet, and we need a little refreshing cocktail. All right, so I'm adding a fair amount, a whole stalk full of leaves, mint leaves. We're gonna experiment with some other herbs next week. And I just got the text. We might be having a special guest come and join us. Let's see where she's at. Megan's at the bottom of the drive.
No, it's inside.
I mean, they can run at it, bark at her. Oh, so fun. We've got a special guest. Okay, so we've got our frozen fruit. We've got our mint. We've got our yogurt. And to add a little bit of thickness to it, I'm going to actually put in half of an avocado. Okay, I love the avocado for the healthy fats that it gives you. And I always love the creamy texture it gives. I know we've got the creaminess with the smoothie or with the yogurt going on. But a little more avocado never hurt anybody, right? A little more creaminess never hurt anybody. And there's so many good things about avocados and their all the nutrients they contain. Okay, so we just did the yogurt, right? We added yogurt, but if you don't like yogurt, if you don't like a substitute, if you just don't like yogurt in general, there's plenty of substitutes that you can add to add that creaminess, right? Avocado is one of those additions. You can add coconut cream. Yes, it is a higher fat content in the coconut cream, but again, super awesome nutrients involved with the coconut, with coconut oil, with coconut butter. Chia seeds. We are going to be adding some chia seeds to our concoction today. You can add protein powder, the avocado, maybe even a baked sweet potato. I'm going to try that in one of my smoothies coming up soon. I've never tried it before, but a baked sweet potato can add that creaminess, and a banana. All right, anything with that starchy denseness can add a little bit of creaminess. And here she comes. Everybody say hi to my sister Megan. She just ran over here. We're live on Instagram. We're live on Facebook, on all the different platforms. She made it here safe. Are these okay for a diabetic? All right, so obviously if you are diabetic, you need to be mindful of your sugar intake, right? But unlike honey, white sugar, agave, thank you, high fructose corn syrup, unlike those that are going to spike your blood sugar way, way up really quick, that sugar in your blood, something like this, natural sugars are going to be layered on with fiber. And the fiber is going to be able to balance that blood sugar level and keep it a little bit more stable. Yes, you will still get a bit of a spike, so you want to err on the side of less sugary fruits, right? We want to go berries. We want to go high fiber fruits too. So like I talked about a couple weeks ago when we are using like lemon juice, it would actually be really awesome if you could use the entire lemon because you get more fiber and you get more nutrients out of the rind. So Mom says the babies are great. So yes, you want to make sure you have fiber. You can also add extra fiber to your smoothies by way of more greens. What else can we do to add fiber to our smoothies?
You can use locally grown fruit if you can. It's denser. Oh. Grocery store fruit is bred to look pleasing and big and plump on the shelf.
Tell everybody. Don't just tell me.
Excuse my sweaty face.
Yeah.
Grocery store fruits are specifically bred to be plump and fat and pleasing to look at in a giant pile when you go into your Kroger or your Publix. So if you can go to a farmer's market and get your apples and pears, they might not look great, but the smaller they are, the more dense, the less like liquid to fiber ratio you have. And if you get a really good relationship with your farmers, they will sell you them in bulk. You can get like a 20 bushel bag for relatively cheap, way cheaper than you would get.
And way more nutrient dense, which is what we're looking for, right? Which is why when we go, feel free. Yes, there's water in that big silver thing on the counter, or there's some in the Brita looking thing in the fridge. Yeah, Megan just ran over here, or just ran around and then ended up over here. I'm not really sure how far you actually ran. What do you think?
Probably 4 miles. More than a 5K.
More than a 5K, less than a bread box.
Yeah, there you go.
So awesome tip from Magoo. She said we should, if you want more fiber to curb the sugar content in your fruits, then shop locally. Go to the farmer's market. And you know that Wednesday farmer's market here in Chattanooga, down in, the parking lot, down by across from Kyle House Fitness, it's all organic and it's all local. Okay, or you can always add some extra fiber. All right, I love this company, Amare. You can find more out about them through my website, thehealthhostess.com. But you can add seed fiber. All right, you can add extra fiber to your concoctions. chia seed. Alan, elaborate there. What about the chia seeds interests you? Because we are about to talk about those as well. So chia seeds we are going to be adding. They are very hydrophilic. They will soak up a lot of that liquid and that juice, that water, whatever is in your smoothie, and they'll expand. All right. Not only do they help keep you hydrated longer once you consume them, but they are chock full of nutrients. And yes, if you add the chia seeds, you're adding that extra fiber because yes, they are carbs, but 11 out of 12 of the grams of carbs that are in chia seeds are fiber, loaded with antioxidants. They're high in protein, omega-3s, good for your bone health by including calcium. They have calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and protein within them. So they're a little powerhouse. They're one of those superfoods that we know and love. All right, so let's get back to building our smoothie. We've already added our pear. We've added our blueberries. We've added a little bit of almond milk yogurt, okay, because it only includes 1 gram of sugar per serving, unlike regular yogurt. We added some mint. Feel free if you want to keep walking around, or you can come back over here so people can see you. All right. And in honor of everything green that we love, we are going to add lettuces. We're going to be adding lettuce. We're going to be adding spinach, and we're going to be adding kale. Yay! Woo! To our smoothie. Yay, kale! All right. Kale clap. Never measure your spinach. Just grab it and smush it. All right. All right, we got to add those chia seeds in. Should have made this in 2 batches. Don't measure it. Just pour it in there till it feels right. All right, and we're going to add some kale. All right. I think that's about it. That's all we're going to smush in there. Okay, but we do need liquid, all right? I'm a huge fan of lemon juice, so we're gonna pour a little bit of lemon juice in there. Just a little bit. And then we're gonna spin it around just once or twice, break a few things down. So we're probably gonna have to add a little bit more liquid in there. Oh yeah, definitely need more liquid. Sometimes I do this with my Cuisinart just because this little thing doesn't always work very well. Oh yeah, there we go. Cooking with gas. Nice. Maybe we added just the right amount of liquid. Give it 1 more second here. Suspense is killing me. Almost. All right. I think that's about good. All right, so we've got created a little bit more room in here. Oh. Nice. Come here. Step behind the counter here.
Oh, yum.
Yes. What do you think? We only added half of the pear. We added a handful of spinach and kale. Maybe just a little bit of water to smooth it up just a little bit. What else do you like to add to your smoothies?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
We're good?
Yeah, I would add, I would do like a milk, but you use the yogurt and lemon juice, so that's pretty much the same difference.
And what kind of milk do you usually use?
I use soy milk,
Nice.
mostly because I'm not super concerned with, I've never had an adverse reaction to soy,
Yeah.
so I'm not necessarily trying to avoid allergens, and I like the protein content, and also being postpartum, the estrogen sort of interferes, the andro interferes that are in soy milk don't necessarily have a negative effect on me.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I'm still in such flux as it is.
Yes.
That I tend to lean towards soy for more protein and
Nice.
bang for my buck.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and I almost forgot. I should have just added regular water. I have coconut water in the fridge behind you, but that's okay. That's for another day. Coconut water is a great option besides just plain old water. And I know last week or a couple weeks ago, I did give you all options as far as like, you could use coconut cream, you could use hemp milk, you could use any non-dairy milk, and if you wouldn't mind, I'm not sure everybody knows about soy milk and why like soy is negative. Like you were talking about the estrogen, what is it, inhibitors, or what exactly is that?
Blockers. Just some of the phytochemicals that are in soy have the same like makeup as like estrogen and progesterone things in our body. And so if you
both males and females,
right? And so if you eat a lot of it, just like with anything else, like taking too much melatonin at night or you know, that kind of thing can confuse your body. It's getting it synthetically, and so it stops looking for the stuff that your body is actually making.
Okay.
And for some people, that's not an issue. And some of the studies done, it's like you'd have to drink 2 gallons of soy milk a day, right?
Yeah.
So, but there are other folks who are very sensitive to that, who would, if you're like prone to allergens, skin issues like eczema and psoriasis sometimes, or if you're immunocompromised, sometimes like soy will aggravate those things just because you've got so much going on in your body anyways.
Yeah.
But there's so many other options, like you said, out there. Like you don't necessarily have to go soy.
Yeah.
There's so much else.
Yeah.
There.
So like everything else, everybody's different and everything affects you differently. So we're gonna go spin this right round one more time. All right, give it a good old shake. I think that's about good. We don't want it too thin. We don't want it too watery.
This is showing my age, but I totally feel like the old morning shows where they're like, they bring out the chef's hat and they're just like, that's good eats. Right? Or they're like, clearly they're not cooking on that oven, or they've got a monkey guest star like cooking.
Helping cook with them, or they go back to the oven and it's like already done, it's already baked. We've been here for 5 minutes with this 3-hour pie right here. And you know there's somebody that like lives underneath the counter just like handing them tools and stuff. I know, I love this. All right, so we got another quarter of that pear in there. We got a little bit of water. Perfectamundo. All right, now so this was blending that last time I was showing Megan the protein powder that I like to add to it. It is vanilla, so if you like that vanilla flavoring, you can add it to any smoothie. I think it really goes best with like a strawberry smoothie. I've never tried it with the blueberry pear, but if you like that, I know we're gonna try some chocolate smoothies coming up soon too. So if you like to add protein powder, and they do make some protein powders that are just flavorless too, so that can add an extra thickness and extra creaminess to your smoothie if you need it. All right, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Blueberry, pear. I like that.
That's very good.
Also, if you have my smoothie e-booklet, it does say to add a date if you want extra sweetness, but I'm not really sure why you would need more sweetness in something like this. Like you've got the frozen blueberries, you've got the pear, the lemon juice adds a little bit of sweetness to it, a little bit of tartness. The yogurt, you can kind of taste the yogurt a little bit, I'd say. Kind of nutty, being the almond milk yogurt, but you don't really need that extra sweetness, especially like Alan was asking, if you are diabetic, you have to watch that sugar content.
I'm gonna sneak off camera and be less sweaty.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. The reason I asked about chia seeds, that my doctor has said it's a small way to help with sugar levels since I am a diabetic. Yes. And that goes along with the fiber content, right? That will help your blood sugar from spiking so quickly. That really takes you in and out of what am I trying to say? My brain is shot right now. That takes you in and out of that stable sugar level.
Insulin.
That's, yeah, insulin spikes. Thank you. That's why I have her here, because I can just be like, you know, the thing with the thing and that one thing. And she's like, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, Clark Kent. She knows it already. So yes, the chia seeds are definitely good. That's why I like to add them to everything. But remember, those chia seeds, they can expand. So if you add them to your smoothie, don't drink it too quick because you get a nice headache, but drink it fairly quick so it doesn't expand and become a gelatinous crazy mess. But I love it. It's a little chunky. It's the one downside to the magic bullet. I wish I had a better high power blender.
I bring my Vitamix next
I
time.
know, you gotta bring your Vitamix. LaRonda says chia seeds also help her keep her fuller longer. Yes, exactly. It's that expansiveness of the chia seeds, it's the fiber content, and the fact that they're so nutrient packed and dense that your body's like, okay, yeah, I've eaten something good. It's satiated me, and that expansiveness in your stomach helps you keep fuller longer. I love that. Yes. So we all know, and chia seeds can be put in anything, right? You can make, you can crush up some watermelon and throw chia seeds in there and let them expand overnight. You can make overnight, kind of like overnight oats, chia seed puddings. Soak them in a mason jar and let them expand overnight, and you've got this awesome pudding texture. You can put them in cakes. You can put them in cookies. You can put them in what else? Everything. Muffins.
Quick tip, as someone who used to work very close to people face to face like this as a tutor, if you're taking this kind of stuff to go, throw some floss in your purse, because as Maria said, your chia seeds are going to expand, and they don't loosen easily. So right. So
right now, I'm actually like picking some out of the back of my tape.
If you are taking this to go on a workday lunch hour, fun, helpful pro tip.
Yeah, there you go.
For someone who's been there trying to talk to their client like this.
You don't want to just be like, hey, do I have something in my teeth? I love that. Absolutely love that. Well, hopefully you found this informative and nutritious, and maybe new ways to put different ingredients together, but knowing that if we err on the side of fresh fruits and vegetables, we're getting way more nutrients in our diet than if we just drink a juice, okay? If we go down to Wendy's and grab a Frosty, right?
You shut your mouth.
All right, I know. Frosties are delicious. Eat them with your French fries, but don't eat them every day, all right? But definitely make a smoothie every day. And just if you, like Megan was talking about the farmers markets, if you need to know, usually on your city's like government website, or, you can just search farmers markets near me. I know that there's a bunch of different places here in town, different farms that do like CSAs, community, what does that stand for? Community supported agriculture. There we go. I always forget what CSA stands for. But then
direct from the farmer.
Yeah, you buy it direct from them. I know that here in town, one of the farms you can pick up at the downtown YMCA, and you can get either a whole box, a half a box, and you've got enough produce to choke a horse. And Mom and I, we usually split one box because it's too much, even for two families. So they're very generous with what they offer. You get what's in season, and that's really what's missing in our lives too, is that we don't eat seasonally anymore. We have those really pretty fruits sitting in our grocery stores that are available all year round. But I know that Publix is moving towards doing fresher, more seasonal options as well, because sometimes peaches just aren't in season. Right? We were there yesterday looking for peaches for next week's smoothie creation, and they're just not in season. So we gotta wait. We can't do peaches, nectarines, plums, like they're just not in season. And if they are, that they're grown in a warehouse somewhere, and they are definitely not as nutritious as they could be. All right. So get your greens in, make yourself a smoothie. And it is almost Cinco de Mayo, and I forgot to bring it from Mom's yesterday, but I was going to have some tequila to put in this delicious smoothie. So always an option to adultify your smoothie. Pour some out for the kids first, and then give yourself a little treat on this beautiful Saturday. Something refreshing and something just jam-packed full of nutrients. I want to thank my guest for not only running over a 5K to get here, but for joining me and dropping some of her knowledge. Anything else you want to share with them?
Run for smoothie.
Run for smoothie. Yes, we'll run for smoothie. Yep.
That's good. This was delicious. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, and I hope Megan will be here hopefully for most of the rest of the month. And maybe she'll be able to join us for next Smoothie Saturday, or we could do it up there with the kids.
I don't know if we want to have a blender around my 2-year-old. But
that's not like this too. It's like a closed system,
Yeah, maybe we can do some sort of smashing of the fruit before we put it in.
Oh, yeah. Something. Yeah, Seamus, you guys will love him. So tune in next week. We'll figure it out this week what we can do with the 2-year-old and not with the 2-year-old. But hopefully we'll be broadcasting from Mom's kitchen, which is much brighter and more conducive to something like this. All right. Cheers. Have a great Saturday, y'all.
I can